Morning YouTube, Robert the Coroner Drap here. Just wanted to get this video out as soon as possible. News broke last night from WWE, and the news was Broken Matt Hardy and Brother Nero Jeff Hardy have officially begun talks with WWE corporate about coming back in. Because of the legal battle that's currently going on with TNA Impact Wrestling over the characters of Broken Matt and Brother Nero. It's unclear as to yet which characters we would be receiving, but personally I feel like this is a big thing because I think it's right up there with like RVD, CM Punk, probably the most notable. These guys were guys you never thought you would ever see associating again with World Wrestling Entertainment. And RVD's been seen on like the Elimination Chamber video package. He was in that for even it wasn't 10 seconds, but still something that you got to see. Rob Van Dam, who I always liked watching. He was a great talent. CM Punk, of course, having his issues with the product that have been highly vocalized and well known. So you kind of expect a few things to never happen when you get to see it. It's going to be awesome. But I really hope that because Matt and Jeff are in talks with WWE, that maybe because they've completely severed ties with TNA Impact. They've stated that they're not going back. And if you're going to just completely burn the bridge, which they could do, and personally, in this instance, I think they should. What they ought to do is turn to WWE. Okay, fine. You guys, we know you want us back, we want to be back, but we got this thing. Jeff, you can go back as whoever you want to go back as, if you want to do it that way. I think there's more money to be had in the broken characters than there is to be had in just being back as Matt and Jeff Hardy, which is provably true. I mean, again, when the Dudleys retired and said delete, you had a stadium full of people chanting delete. The entire expedition for gold, a feud with the Wyatt family, now that they don't have a compound. God, that was something. I wish I would have. I hate the fact I wasn't able to watch SmackDown. I still have to go back and watch it. I've got a little bit of time today. I may do that. Just seeing some of the matches that can happen between these guys is a reason that WWE should just turn around and say, you know what, you guys need us to help you out and get these characters done. We'll get you the best, because the money that they could make out of all of this is that once in a lifetime kind of money. Not this fucking The Rock versus Cena once in a lifetime. No, that Shawn Michaels Undertaker career versus streak match kind of money. But who knows? Maybe WWE's like, no, we don't want to touch that. We don't want to put our hands on it. Once you get that, we'll let you have it. And that's another thing. I hope they're able to retain creative control over the characters, you know, and I think that's going to be one of the big sticking points for Matt Hardy, is the fact that he realizes lightning in a bottle when he sees it. And he's like, I have to keep this character. I have to keep going with it. I'll go with you on who you'd like me to feud with. I'll take suggestions there. But I run my own social media. I run my own creative direction. I'll work with some guys. Kind of make it like what you got with Undertaker, what you have with Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho works with the talent he chooses to work with. And I'm pretty sure that he has creative control over his character. Because, I mean, especially looking at the list, Stupid Idiot, that kind of thing. These are all things that are organic, and you can really tell that he didn't need for it to start. He didn't want it to start. Well, he wanted the list to start, but I don't think he really meant for it to get over. But it did. And that really works out well. And like I said, I hope that they get everything they deserve, because they worked hard. Matt's reinvented himself. So throw that out there first thing in the morning. Oh God, what else did I have? I haven't had my coffee yet, so it's a bit difficult. That might have been all I wanted to get out first. So I think that what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit this down. So it's probably been about 20. The other things now that I've had a cup of coffee, remember I wanted to talk about the upcoming Fastlane pay-per-view and some of the matches I may have missed. Samoa Joe versus Sami Zayn. I'm getting the feeling that's going to be a show stealer. It needs to be, because this rivalry to work in case, you know, maybe Seth Rollins isn't healed in time, and I really think that it's going to come up to being, hey, you know, we want to have Seth Rollins there, but he can't because he's not fully healed or what have you, and he can't take all the bumps. So they're going to save him for like a month after that, and then, but he'll be in character on screen, not taking bumps, but kind of helping Sami Zayn is the way I think it should go. It's like he beats Samoa Joe, and it is a war down to the last minute, you know. Then Triple H is like, well, I guess if you want something done right, you got to do it yourself. And I really don't want Samoa Joe to lose clean, but it could happen with Sami Zayn. And I think that especially if they, you know, like they put together a good video package beforehand, show that, hey, these guys have a long history, they've fought before, Sami Zayn's beat him, that kind of thing. It's like, no, yeah, this guy has had my number in the past, and I know he knows what I'm capable of. So, I think that was the only match that I hadn't covered previously for Fastlane. And really, I'm just probably going to watch Raw on Monday, because I'm pretty sure I have that day off. So, as much as I don't want to get AIDS from watching that shit, I'm going to watch that shit. Personal news, I'm going to rebrand a bit. I know I've been calling these little early morning thought videos where I just, you know, ramble on for 15 minutes, Coroner's Office. But a friend of mine, Peace Loving Guns, aka Will, who's an amazing person, go check him out. He has a YouTube. He shows some stuff. Dude, I went back recently through your archive and I watched the bow explosion. 1, ouch. 2, what kind of bow was that? Was that a Matthews? 3, I hope they fucking compensated you. I hope you got a brand new bow for that. Because that wasn't your fault. That was some bullshit. If not, I don't know. But yeah, no, he thoughtfully threw in my last video that I should call this Coroner's Corner. Yeah, it's kind of catchy. The alliteration works for me, and I'm a fan of alliteration. So there you go. That's what we may do. So I'm gonna try it out here. Oh, staring at my TV over here. Sorry. Final Fantasy. I'm currently a level 21 Thermitage, or Thermage, however you say it. I've got some nice stuff on there so far. I did my first non-friend boosted dungeon last night with my husband, who's currently playing his character in the next room, and I had a lot of fun. The guy who played the tank, I forget what his real name was, but I know part of his screen name, I forget what his screen name was rather, but I remember part of it was Potato. Like, he was a tank and it was something Potato. It's like, dude, that's pretty cool for a name when you have 2 Lalafels in the party with you. But no, I managed to do my rotations fairly competently. I did okay, I feel, with the targeting. I'm getting better, but not as good as I want to do. And I think that it's going to come out that here in time, I'm going to get better and better and better. So, you know, all you can do is keep practicing. All you can do is keep working, and it'll eventually come to that you're doing such great work that that I equal one of his characters, his main character's level. No, yeah. Oh, this got me, because I'm sitting here, I'm trying to breathe, and I don't know if you guys can tell on the video, I'm not having the easiest time breathing. I think that may be because yesterday I spent a couple good portions outside, and I'm probably going to spend a little bit of time outside today, but I don't know what it was that tripped my allergies, because I don't really have a lot of them. The big one that I have is the tree pollen. Once the tree pollen gets going, my eyes start itching, I can't breathe, I hack up all sorts of phlegm and shit, and it's not pretty, and I hope that I can keep doing videos while still dealing with my own immunodeficiencies. And my manager yesterday, even though the pollen was light, she looked at me and she says, I want you to go outside and push carts. I'm like, no. Now, to give this a frame, I am a cashier. I have in the past, and do continue on several occasions, to push carts when they absolutely need it. Number 3, I will look at my managers, especially the ones that I have a good rapport with. I'll look at them and I'll tell them no, but I'll do it. I'll be like, nah, man, no, screw you. I'm gonna go do this thing over here. Nah, all right, I'm going outside. You know, it's a joke. It's a bit. And they know that. But this woman, whose name does not deserve mentioning, neither does her friend, who I thought was on my side, who I thought I had a good rapport with. A good enough rapport to say those kind of things. And when I say it seriously, that she would take me seriously. I looked at her and I said, no. No, man. There's all sorts of shit out there. If I go out there for longer than 15, 20 minutes, I'm not going to be able to breathe. Well, I got hay fever. I got all this stuff. I've got allergies. I've been out there today. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. But you don't understand. I'm not going out there. I'm not going to risk my health and safety because the schedule's not there for it. Well, you need to go out there. This isn't you just don't want to go out there. This isn't that we want you to go out there. We need you to go out there. We don't have any carpet guys. They all called out. I'm like, I don't care. You want me to get anaphylaxis? You want me to die? You want me to go out there and just not be able to breathe? You want that on you? I will go home right now. I swear I will. I will. If you send me out there, if you try to send me out there, I will go home right now. And I'd only been there for like 3 hours. I hadn't been there for that long. I hadn't been to lunch yet. No, I'm sorry. No, yeah, 3 hours. Because I was there, I got there at like 1, a little bit late, but got there at 1. It was about 4 when she asked me to do that. I'm like, no. She's like, well, you go ahead and you call the manager. Call the manager on duty. You tell him what you just said. Fine. I called him up myself and he wasn't that far from me, so I looked at him and I told him the whole story. Exactly the way I just told you guys. And he's like, well, I'm in the middle of some stuff right now. I'm in the middle of taking care of this thing. I'll come back and I'll talk to you. We'll get this taken care of. Fine. But I'm not going out there. Flash forward, it's like 20 minutes later. I get to go to lunch. I come back. They send me to the pro side of our store. Big double doors, plus the automated doors. And they kept leaving the double doors open. The wind, from what I estimate, was blowing about north. And the only reason I know that is because we got the freeway right there and the flagpole was following the freeway. So I could tell. I'm like, okay, this is where this wind is going. And they put me on the side where the doors that open, it would hit me. And I'm like, no. I'm going to stay as far away from these doors for as long as I possibly can because I don't want any part of that. Wind died down, you know, I kept working over there. I go to my break, they told me I had to go back to that side. I was already tired, I was drained. And today I plan on going and getting Benadryl and stuff like that so that way when and if they require me to go back out there again, I can. But that just leads me to a thing. It's like, you want me to risk myself that I would come in tomorrow just balled out, snot and stuff running down my face and just almost death warmed over for an hour outside where I can be effective usually just because I know what I'm doing. And it was actually going to be, it looked like they were going to send me outside for the rest of the day, which was going to be about 4 hours. And I wasn't having that, no. I mean, on a normal day, fine, no problem. And I even told the manager this. I'm like, listen, I don't usually have a problem doing this, But I was hired to be a cashier. I didn't include my allergies on my resume or on my application because I didn't feel it was relevant to the fact that I'm going to be inside most of the time. If I have to go outside, I prepare for that. And I haven't been here a year yet. Last year, I was inside most of the time. By the time I got in here, I'd only been outside like a week. But I made sure every day that I came in, I was like, hey, no. So when am I going to start my cashier training? You do realize I was hired as a cashier, right? Yeah, no, I'm not a cart pusher. I'm a cashier. Put me on cashier. And then they finally got the message and I got inside. You know, didn't take them that long. Why? Because I made sure they knew. And that just belays a bigger problem. It's like we have to kill ourselves to make money to live. And yeah, I'll take my stripes on this one for not being prepared for this kind of condition, you know. It has an effect. Some years it's not as bad, some years I'm fine, some years I can't even get out of bed sometimes, you know. It's just, ugh, I can already feel it. I don't want it. I don't know if you guys can even like hear it. I can kind of feel it in my sinuses. It's not a lot of pressure, but I figured, yeah, why not? But no, it's not fun being forced to have to threaten somebody like that in that manner, to make them understand that this is a serious thing, this is a real thing that you don't want to deal with. But hopefully today, because I think I know I have tomorrow off. I know I have Sunday off, but I don't know about Monday, and I'm going to try and figure that out when I get off camera. But hopefully I don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. Let's see. Anything else? No, I can't think of anything else. Except to say thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, throw a share in there or two. Let people know about what I'm doing here. And I guess I'll see you next time, YouTube. Later.